Winter Village, episode number 1. Currently, we're just having this one house, but in the upcoming series, it will grow to a complete Winter Village. The idea is to combine different brick sets and, since it's winter and dark outside, add custom lighting to the houses. The goal is to create a cozy and atmospheric look of our setup. And one of the key things I want to achieve is the flexibility of those houses. They shall not be locked in a fixed layout. Instead, we will make it possible to move the houses around freely and connect them at new positions. Throughout this series, I will take you along for the whole process. We will look into the technical side of things, like wiring up the buildings, setting up LEDs and resistors, and I will also share some 3D printed parts I will design in the process to bring everything together. So if you are into custom builds, lighting setups, or you just love the cozy look of a winter village, you are in the right place, and let's directly get started. One of the first things we want to do is to do a planning of our setup. So as we said in the introduction already, we would like to keep it modular. So when keeping it modular, we need a place where we put our cables and plugs to the system. So we will decide to use a plug connection system here, and we want to hide the system. And the first thing we want to achieve is get those connectors installed somewhere hidden here. I guess we use this side of our building. Then from here on, we are going to route cables inside the building, and we would like to get here to our front door, and those two shall get a LED. We talk about colors and LEDs in detail later, but for now, let's say we would like to get a cable to those places, and the LED shall be installed here. And the next thing we want to do is on the inside as well. Let's think about where do we want to place our wires and cables. So here's our inlet. The inlet will be a little bigger since we also have to hide resistors in here. And from those resistors, we will need to draw to get our wires to the candles. It would also be great if we can hide a wire somewhere here and reach those candles and put SMD LEDs in there. We have, of course, our wires that go to the front door, somewhere along here. And lighting would also be great here for the children's room, that we can also see a bright area here. And we definitely have to get a light to the kitchen, that we get our cozy feel and the light shining out of the window to the front yard. Where shall we start? Let's start with our connection system. So we would like to get power to the house. We could do that by simply soldering cables to our house, but that would make things so unflexible. A connection system, here I chose one with a 1.25 millimeter pitch, and it should fit into one standard brick. So I took to the CAD system and started by modeling the connector. And for those connectors, 2 should fit within a 2x2 brick. Like said before, we would like to use one as an input and one as an output, making it flexible that we can attach a power source to the house and go from this house to the next house without the need to connect back to the main power source. So here we pulled up a standard brick, and that is using the orientation features of the connector, and it is getting a cover as well with the cable throughlet. The big advantage of the electric brick is that we can put it to a standard base plate, we can attach new bricks on top of it, so it's really flexible in its use. Now comes the exciting part. We're heading to our printer and make our concept, our idea, a reality. And yay, we have our first parts in hand. The bottom part was the guiding feature for our small connector system, and the top part where we can fiddle our cables through, and it has the possibility to connect the standard 2x1 brick on top of it. Okay, we give it a try. Is it fitting to our reference brick? Yes, it is. And we can also attach things on top of our electric brick. And as you can see, we now have a small inlet and outlet with the big advantage of having the connectors fixed in its position, and we should be able to plug and unplug a connector. We don't just want to have an electric brick, it shall also fit to our environment. So we are heading over to Santa's visit. Here's our predefined corner, and we take our brick and see how it fits. Yeah, again, pretty well. And we have our small in and outlet. I would say requirement achieved. We can also put things on top of our electric brick, and to even hide it a little better, we put some snow on top of it. The electric brick on the house seems to be matching and working pretty well. But can we also put a connector to it without pushing the connector inwards or pulling the connector back out? Yeah, I would say plugging the connector in is working and pulling the connector out as well. And that also concludes episode number 1. We have now an electric brick. Our house is able to receive power. And we will continue in episode number 2 with the wiring and our LED setup. So stay tuned and talk to you soon.